Hey, what's up, everyone? Another episode of Wells Brothers. Just got back from Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Um, there's gonna be spoilers. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat because I got a lot I gotta get off my chest. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. You've been warned. Um, I feel very let down about this movie. Get that out straight off the bat. Very disappointed. And I'm gonna liken this to a meal. So you go to a restaurant and you've heard great things about this restaurant. So you're going in thinking this is gonna be satisfying and good. I don't feel satisfied and I don't feel good. Let me try and get this out quick. Man, where to begin? I want to start with my biggest gripe about this movie. It's not going to be in any kind of order, so I'm heading straight to it. Luke Skywalker, okay? The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker. He's the biggest, I think one of the biggest issues I have with this movie. Well, the story is probably the biggest issue I have with this movie. It doesn't feel like a complete story. It doesn't feel like a complete movie. It feels like a bunch of scenes put together that equate to a movie. Some flashy scenes, and then you stick them all together, and then it feels like they did this very fast, very rushed. It doesn't feel whole for me. Most of Luke's screen time was sitting there. I want to be left alone. I don't want to train Rey. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his little hermit thing, and he's on the island just being sad and moping around. I'm like, they totally wasted his screen time. Like, why are you? I mean, what is this? This is like filler or something. Like, you could have used him in a much more effective and efficient way. Wasted screen time for me. I feel like I didn't coming into this movie. I didn't learn much of anything else that from the last movie. That's a problem for me. It's a huge problem. Like, the whole time Rey is on the island with Luke, she's trying to convince him to join the rebels and help. And the whole time he's resisting it, doesn't want to go. He doesn't give much reason why. I mean, they drag it on and on and on. Wasting my time. Okay, Rey. I didn't really learn jack squat about Rey that I didn't learn and I didn't know about her from the first movie. I mean, come on. Any of these characters, I didn't learn nothing about them from episode 7 to 8. I didn't come out of that movie learning anything, that I didn't already know as a Star Wars fan. Okay, about the Force, about the characters, about the story. I didn't learn it. I learned nothing in this movie, nothing, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. I just wasted 2 hours and 30 minutes of my life expecting to further the story in the franchise of Star Wars, and they are lacking in that department. They failed, in my personal opinion. They failed. Okay. Poe, the pilot, I don't give two squats about Poe. They're going so fast with these characters. You don't have time to learn anything about him. I didn't get any backstory on him. I didn't get anything. I don't know anything about this guy. Why do I even care about him? Finn. I don't care about Finn. Like, what's to care about? The dude just, they get a mission. They go and try to do the mission. They go and try and, disable the lead ship of the First Order so that the rebels can jump to light hyperspeed and get away. Complete waste. It's a complete waste. Like, who's writing this? Who's writing this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, J.J. Abrams. Come on, man. Disappointing, very disappointing. Um, Leia, we didn't get much there. I mean, God rest her soul. You know, I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know where they're going with her. Like, I enjoyed. Don't get me wrong, guys. Okay, there were some good scenes in this movie. There were some good things sprinkled here and there in this movie. But I have too many problems that outweigh the stuff that I liked. Okay, and it's too much. I got to get it out. Okay, I got to get it out, and bear with me. So, um, let's see. Who else? Kylo Ren. Okay, I don't feel that any of these characters progressed in any way for me. Like, it wasn't enough for me. I'm like, come on, this is like, it felt half-assed. The story felt thrown together for me. Um, no lightsaber battle in here. I mean, oh god. There's a light. Don't get me wrong. They have their moment of Kylo and Rey uh, using their lightsaber weapons. Okay, but by no means is it a epic battle or a satisfying battle for me. Snoke, didn't learn nothing about Snoke. I know nothing about Snoke um, from coming into this movie. I've known nothing about this dude, where he came from, what is he after, what does he want, and they get rid of him like that so quick. Like, there's no time to even process it. He's gone. Bye. Peace out. You're out of here. You know, they wasted him. They wasted Snoke and they wasted Luke. They just don't know what to do with these characters. They don't know what to do with them. And I am longing for the old days, the old feel of it. Doesn't feel like Star Wars, man. It no longer feels like Star Wars for me. It just feel like they slapped the sticker on this thing and that's just here. We're running with this. It's called Star Wars, but it doesn't feel like Star Wars, and that's a problem. You're better than this, Disney. You are better than this. Oh man, the lackluster story, the set pieces, how they set it up, the first act. Come on. I'm so upset as I can't even talk about it. I can't. I'm just like, I don't even. Oh man, and I feel like an island of one here. I saw it with my family, and they pretty much liked it. And I'm the one. I'm the old guy. I'm the old grumpy guy who has a problem with, who has issues with the movie. And for me, that's okay. Each to their own. You liked it, great. I'm happy you had a good time, but I did not. I've been a fan of these characters, a fan of Star Wars for a very long time. And I have certain expectations, things I want to see in a Star Wars movie. You know, if you're gonna get rid of characters I've loved for so long, let them go out in style. You know what I'm saying? Give them a proper send off. And that's all. Give me a proper story. Give me something I can digest and I feel full on. Like, oh man. I'm gonna let you guys know. Like I said, one of the biggest problems. I'm not gonna get into everything right now. I just gotta get this out quick because I'm tired, and I want to get refreshed and get some sleep, get this off of me, and get up and ready for the new day and move on. Because it is what it is. The movie's made. They ain't changing it. I don't see them changing anything from the future. It's gonna make its money. People are gonna go see it. I just feel like it's for casual fans and it's not for the diehard fans anymore. And that's a shame. I think they should cater to both. I think if you cater to the diehard fans, the casual fans are gonna love it too. They're gonna love it no matter what because it has Star Wars on it. You know what I'm saying? All the new creatures and the star and the battles in space. They're gonna love that kind of stuff. I need character development. I need to see this character that I'm following. I need to see them go on some ups and downs, some highs and lows. I need to learn from where they come from. You know what I'm saying? I need to know where they're going. What's their goal in this whole this whole good and evil battle. And I want some nice action lightsaber battles and duels. I want some force powers shown. They just sprinkle things in this movie, and it's never it's like never a full on sequence. It's just move on, move on. A little bit of force here, quick lightsaber, flash here, and that's it. Let's move on. And they don't put importance on those kind of on those scenes that I really love and fell in love with, which got me watching Star Wars in the first place. Since I was a little kid, growing up, I saw, the lightsaber is a big part of Star Wars. The battles are a big part of Star Wars. Jedi versus Sith, it's a huge part, and they don't give it the importance. It has no weight behind it anymore. It's like I don't feel it. I don't feel that they're giving this the importance that it's had in the past. Feels like they're going in a new direction, to me. And the final thing I want to talk about is the way they handled Luke Skywalker. Okay, like I said, it feels like they wasted a lot of screen time with him. Like, what are you doing with this guy? He's supposed to be a Jedi Master. He's so unsure about. I mean, he really doesn't want to get involved, period. He wants to be left alone. He's on an island all by himself. Rey's coming there to return his lightsaber to him and have her train her, and she's trying to bring him back. Excuse me. She's trying to bring him back to the to his sister Leia so he can help with the resistance. Okay? And he doesn't want to go. He doesn't explain why. He just doesn't want to go, and he turns his back on her like several times and leaves. And finally, he's watching her from afar as she's trying to practice with the lightsaber. And finally he tells her, "I'm gonna teach you 3 things," as a way to discourage her from going or wanting to be trained as a Jedi. He's trying to discourage her, and she has these scenes with Kylo Ren, like these they have this connected mind meld or whatever, where they can see each other and talk to each other. And that was cool, it was all right. It's just the way they went about the things, the way they went about it. I feel like it was a lot of waste of time. Like, they drug it on, and I'm like, okay, we get this already. Like, give focus on some other parts of Star Wars that we love, battle sequences, Jedi versus Sith. Never even saw Snoke flick a lightsaber and wield it and fight with it. He just gone. Kylo instantly just gets rid of him, and Rey and Kylo have this little buddy moment where they're fighting together and killing off the rest of the Imperial elite soldiers, and then Kylo's trying to pull Rey to the dark side, and Rey's trying to save Kylo, and it just feels like they really didn't know what the heck they wanted to do here. To me, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel fulfilling. I left the theater not feeling satisfied. I feel like the movie's lacking a lot. There's a nice scene with Luke at the end where he's coming to save everyone. He finally comes. He finally decides to come, and you haven't seen Luke for quite a while, and then you see him in the final act, and he squares off against the First Order, and Kylo Ren's back there in the army. And this is it was very lacking because he's there, but he's not there. And I'm like, at first when you see him, you're thinking he's physically there, and they're shooting at him with blasters and they're walkers. And you're thinking, dang, that finally they're gonna give this dude some screen time, some action screen time, and this is badass, right? He's deflecting all these lasers and stuff. And then Kylo comes out of the tank and faces him, one-on-one. You're thinking, nice, let's do this. We're gonna get a lightsaber battle. Been waiting for this shit. And no, you don't get that. You get Luke squaring off against him. Luke flicks on his lightsaber. Kylo Ren flicks on his lightsaber, and you get this showdown, this stare down, this stare off. And he runs at Luke and he strikes at him, okay? His saber goes through him, and I'm thinking, whoa, what control of the Force does Luke have? That's badass. It went right through him. And I'm thinking, something's up here, something's up. And so Kylo goes to him again and stabs him with his saber, and it goes through him again. It's a freaking, like, an illusion. It's like Luke is still on the island, and he's using the Force to project himself just to buy them time to leave and escape. He's not actually there. And while that was kind of cool, it takes away all the emotion I had from him. If he was actually there doing this and actually buying them time, you're stealing away you're taking away his, you know what I'm saying? His cloud, his shine, his moment. It dampened it for me. It just took it away. You know, it lessened it. I'm like, come on, man. I get where you're going with that. Yes, he's strong with the Force, and he can do and project himself there, and you don't actually need to fight, and yada yada yada. The Force is, balance, and come on. It just, you could have still. I think they still could have did this in a way where you showcase that, and you can still showcase his skill with a lightsaber. Okay. Why have them square off and face off like that, and then not have them duel? We did not get a proper duel, and I'm upset with that. I like the lightsaber duels. I like the story, and I like the Force powers, and I just think they could have done that way, way better. I think that's all I really got to say. I'm just upset about this. I really am. I don't think it's for me anymore. It's just for the casual fan, because they're going to be happy with what they saw, and that's cool. That's good for them, But going into episode 9, I don't think I'll be as happy. I don't think I'll be as excited and stoked to watch it, because seeing what they did with 7 and with 8, I'm very, very disappointed. This is something I've cared about and enjoyed for a long, long time. And then these last 2 movies, they're just whatever. So whatever. This is a C+ movie for me. Average. And it's a Star Wars movie, so it's sad. 4, 5, and 6, I love. Episode 1, good movie. Strong third act. Episode 2, not so good. It didn't really have much in the way of I didn't really gravitate towards that one. It was okay, I'm admitting episode 2 was whatever to me. Episode 3, I really enjoyed. That's a B+ movie. This is a C+, man, for me. So there you go. There you have it. I'm rambling on because I'm really upset, and I'm trying to keep it in. I'm trying not to just, lay light into this movie. It had some cool scenes. It had some cool little moments, but I didn't really learn nothing that I didn't know about these characters in 2 hours and 20 or 30 minutes that I didn't know from the episode 7. And that's a problem with your storytelling. Like, how come I didn't learn anything about these guys? Like, it felt like this was a filler movie or something. Filler. Well, just be patient. We'll give you more information down the road. Like, come on. It is what it is, guys. Tell me about what you thought of this. Hopefully you watched the movie before you caught this. I'm sorry. I just got to get this out. I can't do a spoil. I had to spoil this because I'm upset, man. I got to get these feelings out so I can get some sleep. So it's late, guys. I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think below. Comment what you thought of the movie, the characters, the action scenes. Hopefully, it is what it is. You have your opinion, and your opinion is your own. These are my opinions. each to their own. And this is how I felt about the movie I saw tonight. All right, guys, have a good night. See y'all later.